it. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost race.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On the carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A
big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Number 32.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Second down at the 22-yard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
He may try and run for this. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 20.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Jacksonville.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. To throw is Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. His 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
The pass.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Jackson's
a good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 44. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At the 37-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now they try the right side here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 3.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first. It 3's in.
makes the score.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And that'll be incomplete. As he tried to pull that one in, couldn't hang on, third down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end, Oliver. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackled by Calais Campbell, who was an all-pro with these Jaguars.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Jacksonville.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted it. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 5-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. The crowd the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First down, Jacksonville.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
He's back to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
The pass. Complete to Josh Oliver. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Given the snow, you'd have to think they're likely not in field goal range just yet as they come up on a critical third down. Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
86.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, Take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Jaguars.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.